foresight around any of those trends as well, like through conversations you're having? Because there's a whole heap of things that we've just spoken about there.
Yeah.
I suppose, are we at a place where nobody knows and everyone's scratching their head? Or do you think there's some sort of well thought out plan on this?
I think there's a lot of really clever and interesting people that are thinking, and people can see, a lot of people can see what the problem is. A few people, not everyone, can see what the potential solutions are. But what you need to get back to is very simple basics. To carry out the works that we talked about in a town centre, someone's got to cost that, and someone's got to put a value against it. If it makes a loss, then someone's got to see, how can we fill that loss? Is it a government grant? Is it something else? And then you're going to start seeing demand coming through, and you'll start seeing some of the innovative developers taking it on board. Quality of build is, I think, incredibly important nowadays. A lot of the shoddy stuff we've seen that has been built in the past is now coming home to roost, and it should last a lot longer than it is. So we need good quality buildings with a mix of uses, but it has to be financially viable. Otherwise, no one's going to build it.
Where do you see the future? I mean, what's your prediction? You've come from a large builder. When you look at everything that's going on at the moment, John, how do you make sense of it all?
It's really hard to make sense of COVID, but what I've actually done, I've now become a board member of Platform Housing Group, who are one of the largest housing associations in the country, cover an area from Lincoln to Gloucester and Derby down to Bristol. And I'm keen to deliver the housing that we need, and that's very much the affordable housing. So I'm working closely with them. I've got another couple of non-exec roles where I am certainly looking at the housing problem, and with one of those looking at what we can do with town centres, and how can we start talking to the institutions and the large funders to bring their money forward. And the big plus we have at the moment is interest rates. Now, interest rates are so low. If I took you back to what I did in my past, in the 1990s, when I said the company I had developing, in fact, I was developing out-of-town office buildings mainly, but we were paying interest at 18%. Now, at 18%, it is extremely hard to keep that going for any length of time. When you're borrowing at 1 to 2%, you should be able to not have the financial side be the key decision maker. When it's 18%, that's all you're trying to do. How on earth do I pay the interest? When you're borrowing at 1 or 2%, you should be able to worry about other aspects of the market, not the financial side. So I do see opportunities, I do see challenges, but I find it actually quite an exciting time now.